climate change.
Climate change.
Climate change. Climate change.
As the World Economic Forum convenes in Davos, the spotlight returns to the pressing issue of climate crisis. According to the WEF, climate change stands as one of the biggest risks the world faces in the coming decade. What does this truly mean? And what implications will it have? Welcome to India TV. I'm Pooja Sethi and this is Perspective. The year 2023 became the warmest year on record, with July the hottest month in 120,000 years, a result of human-caused climate change, fueled by the combustion of fossil fuels such as coal, oil and gas. And this intensified by El Nino, a natural climate phenomena with a global heating effect which is expected to last until at least April 2024. Human-influenced climate change is occurring rapidly than ever before. The last 8 years stand as the hottest on record. WMO reports indicate that in 2015, the chance of temporarily reaching the 1.5 degree threshold was nearly zero. However, from 2017 to 2021, it surged to 10%. And by 2022, this skyrocketed to almost 50%. Climate change triggers other damaging weather events such as droughts, water scarcity, severe fires, flooding, melting polar ice, catastrophic storms, declining biodiversity, and rising sea levels. The rate of global sea rise has doubled since 1993, reaching a new record high. Today, the rise in sea levels is a challenge for two-thirds of the world's biggest cities. Climate change poses several risks to human beings and all life forms on Earth. Climate change is directly contributing to humanitarian emergencies from heat waves, wildfires, floods, and tropical storms. Research shows that 3.6 billion people already live in areas highly susceptible to climate change. Between 2030 and 2050, climate change is expected to lead to about 250,000 additional deaths annually due to undernutrition, malaria, diarrhea, and heat stress. By 2030, the direct health costs caused by climate change are estimated to be between $2 billion to $4 billion per year. Right now, children's lives are more under threat, with 1 billion children, nearly half the world's 2.2 billion children, at extremely high risk of the climate crisis. These children will face exposure to various climate and environmental shocks, coupled with heightened vulnerability resulting from insufficient access to essential services like water and sanitation, healthcare and education. The figures are likely to get worse with the growing impacts of climate change. The UN calls the situation unimaginably dire. Climate change is likely to abruptly push up to 30% species over tipping points, as their geographic ranges reach unforeseen temperatures. Experts say this is just a taste of the future. Every increase in global warming matters. So, are we doing enough? Scientists currently project a 66% chance of the Earth experiencing a 1.5 degrees Celsius temperature rise above pre-industrial levels by 2027. There's a 98% probability that the upcoming 5-year period will be the hottest on record, strongly indicating that it is very likely that the global surface temperatures will exceed 2015 Paris Climate Agreement's 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold. Some of these signs are already visible as people are experiencing climate change in diverse ways. The Lancet has warned that global health lies at the mercy of fossil fuels. At COP28, for the first time, delegates from nearly 200 nations acknowledged to transition away from fossil fuels, marking the beginning of end of the fossil fuel era. To avoid the worst climate impacts and ensure a livable environment, urgent transformative measures are crucial. While a growing number of countries are committing to net zero emissions by 2050, it is necessary that emissions must be cut in half by 2030 to keep warming below 1.5 degrees and avoid potential irreversible tipping points. But we have to act now. Recently, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres had warned, saying, "We are living through climate collapse in real time, and the impact is devastating. We must also go further and faster in protecting people from climate chaos." That's all in this edition of Perspective. Keep watching India TV. Thanks.